Just grab them in the brisket.
So how's your week been, John?
Uneventful.
That's kind of a lie, right?
Other than baby poop?
Other than tropical storm Imelda?
Yeah, well, but see, Maddox has been home all week except for half a day today because he was sick. Luke stayed home yesterday and then came home half a day today. Yeah. So the kids have been in and out all week.
Keep your sick kids away from me. Keep them away from my kids, too. God damn it, here comes your kid, John.
Which one?
The little one that's spreading germs.
Yep.
What's up, buddy?
I need help with something.
What?
Hey, take your socks off. You're getting wet.
What do you need help with?
The TV languages and
Spanish?
Then you need Eldon's help. Welcome back to the Grab 'em at the Brisket podcast. We guys really do love having you guys tune in with us every single week. Eldon, hitting them up with the businesses where they can get hold of us.
Man, all the platforms. We got the Twitters at Grab the Brisket. We got Facebook, Instagrams at Grab 'em in the Brisket. And also you can email us, grabeminthabrisket@gmail.com.
All right, love that. We've had a little bit of a hiatus with the barbecue competition cook-off that we had just recently, and then we've had a little bit of some inclement weather that's been surrounding us for plaguing us for the last couple of days, what have you. But
Imelda,
yeah, tropical storm Imelda, and it got downgraded to a depression. But I mean,
well, lucky she landed on us like right on the shore, you know what I mean, and not out in the Gulf.
She came from the Gulf.
Well,
She still landed like boom.
I think what Alden was like, it didn't materialize into a hurricane and
like
slam into us.
Oh yeah,
It just like right off the coals.
Right.
I'm a tropical depression. Now I'm a tropical storm.
Yep.
Is that how it goes? No,
Yep.
depression, storm,
yeah.
and the next thing you know, I'm here right on top of you, dropping like buckets of rain. And so it moved kind of away from us a little bit further north of where we're from, Houston, Texas. And there's plenty of freaking cities and whatever that are like underwater. I mean, it's it's horrible.
Oh, they're doing emergency
30-something inches of water in some spots in 2 days.
Yeah, 2 days.
And this popped up overnight. I mean, pretty much like overnight, 24 hours, and it's like, boom, it's right in our backyard.
Yeah. It wasn't supposed to be anything, and then it was, and for our people out there that we know that's in Beaumont and Vidor, and, they're getting the brunt of it, man.
They got slammed.
They're underwater over there.
They are.
It was only a tropical storm for like 6 hours.
Right.
Said on the news.
Well, it's funny.
Ridiculous.
I had no idea that it was even supposed. Like, I knew the forecast called for rain, but it's Houston, so I was like, "Oh, it's gonna rain, no big deal."
Yeah.
I had no idea it was this kind of rain.
Yeah, no
I was
clue.
driving yesterday. The wind is whipping around. I'm like, "What's going on right now? What is the deal with all this wind and rain?" Like, had no idea. It was a tropical depression. To be honest with you.
It's beautiful out now.
Yeah, feels great.
Well, it is now. I mean, is that the what they call the cool before the storm again? I mean, apparently we're not done yet.
The calm before the
The
storm.
calm before the storm, yes. So apparently we're not done yet. So
I had I'm not gonna lie. I had a few little flashbacks from Harvey when we went through this,
and we've talked about that on this podcast before.
Yeah,
and
people, I mean, they're losing their houses, they're losing their livelihoods, and hopefully not lives or anything like that. But I mean, it's fucking serious.
Yeah, there's already been at least 2 fatalities.
God bless.
it's unfortunate, man. And a lot of people like me. I mean, I left early enough, this morning from work just because I wanted to get home, and I had a clear path to get home. And I couldn't imagine if I was in that position where I see water and I'm trying to get home to my kids or whatever, my family, my wife, my friends, whatever. At what point are you like, you know what? I'm driving my little car through this high ass shit of water.
You just
know what
give
I mean?
up? You probably don't. You probably stay out of the water.
You don't.
Yeah, it's
Don't
Well,
drown.
that's what I'm saying. But some people do.
because they want to get rid of a car. Insurance pays out on stupidity.
If
but-
they have gap insurance, they do.
But the one big thing is that I heard today was that Amy's got a friend that her boyfriend went to the convenience store today. 5 hours. That's how long he was there for.
What was he buying?
He was flooded in.
No,
he
no.
got there.
I was kidding.
And the water, it wasn't. There was no high water. Like it just kept rising. He walked inside, came out like 10 minutes later. It was like, I can't get out of the parking lot. That's how fast it came up. It's like 10 minutes. 5 hours he sat there.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
and at that
Mother
point, I'm
Nature.
eating snacks. That's all I know. I'm eating your snacks. I'm eating your ice cream. I'm
I'm
probably
staying
in the
here.
beer aisle already.
Yeah.
I've already declared martial law on your gas station.
That store made a killing.
I own this. Yeah.
But for real, man, it's unfortunate what we're going through again. Hearts out to people out there that are actually having to deal with it.
What is the weirdest thing you've experienced at the airport, John?
I have no idea.
Nothing stands out, just like weird, like, no. I should tell Jan and James and Eldon about this.
At the airport?
At the airport or in the airplane,
Yeah, I've had some crazy crap on the airplane.
but you can't tell us.
No, I guess I could tell you. I don't know. Do we want to go into that now?
I mean, where else are we going to get into it? I mean, nothing crazy.
Okay, here's one. I had a dude pee in my trash can in the galley. Big dude.
Was he drunk?
He was on something.
He was
I
on
don't
something.
think he was drunk.
He was on a plane.
Relatively empty flight. We're standing kind of towards the back of the aircraft, and one girl gets up and kind of goes to the restroom, kind of brushes by us. I'm like, whatever. We're standing there talking for a second, and then he comes rushing back, and we're not in the galley. We're out in the cabin, sort of. So he goes by us. I'm like, what the hell? Like, he can't go in the restroom. Somebody just went in there. I'm like, whatever. So we look back, and nothing's happening. He's just standing back there. I look back again, and he's huddled over the trash can. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? I walk back there. He's pissing in the trash can. And I couldn't help myself. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, dropping F-bombs on the airplane. That's a no-no. And he just looks over his shoulder at me, kind of finishes, shakes it off, and walks back to his seat. Well, all right then. The guy I was working with came back. I was like, he just peed in our trash can. I don't know.
Lisa wasn't on like the floor.
No, he used the trash can. We double bag him, so that's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went out to talk to him, and he was out cold in his seat. And it was like, seriously, maybe 30 people on the flight out of 150 or however many we hold on that plane. So yeah, we just had the police meet the plane and take him off. But it was...
Oh, so he went.
Oh, yeah.
He gone.
Yeah, we waited till he landed. We didn't divert or anything like
Right.
that. But
So
we
is
got there, they took him off, and he, I'm sure, had to spend some time with someone.
Is that a
talking
good
about
day
his-
for y'all? Like when the flight's not like, I guess you could say at capacity. There's only a handful of people on this flight. And you're like, oh sweet, we got a good flight today,
For sure, yeah. I love having empty flights. I mean,
dude.
basically any flight that I'm not working or trying to non-rev on, I want to be full because we do profit sharing.
Oh.
But if I'm trying to get on a flight or I'm working it, yeah, I want it to be empty.
What's the least amount of people you've been on a flight with?
0.
You've flight attended.
Technically, it's not. I'm not technically working this. It's like
Do you still have to go up there and do the things with all
no,
the
you don't
stuff?
have to do any kind of demos or anything like
What?
that. You still have to do the doors. That's the main reason you have to be on there. You have to arm the doors and shit like that. But yeah, basically, they call it ferrying a flight. You're just basically at that point. You're trying to get the plane to where it needs to be for another flight. But when people actually on there, the least I've had was a 2.
2.
Yeah, and it was basically like an
Were they
hour flight. We walked
were
out,
they
we
together?
gave them a drink, and gave them their little can of soda and some snacks. I was like, you need anything else, let us know. Basically.
Nice.
Did they get free stuff at that point? Free beer?
No, at that point, we're losing money at Southwest
I
Airlines.
know you're
so-
already losing money because the plane's not full. But at that
So
point,
what about this?
you might as well
also
just let them have some free stuff, right?
Okay, so you've been doing this for a while, right?
Correct.
And they just started doing Wi-Fi probably how long ago, you think?
What, maybe 2 years or so?
Yeah, 2 to 5 years ago,
Something,
started doing
yeah.
Wi-Fi. When the captain said, put your phones up, and y'all go back to that little area that nobody can see y'all, are y'all totally on your phone doing shit? Back in the day.
Never. I would never use my phone on a plane.
No.
Yeah. Okay, curious. It's kind of a guy's podcast, but hey, we love women and we love girls to be on this, and we invite any and everybody to be on here.
Playboy.
Okay.
not to get crude and get into the boys' potty talk or whatever it is, but so when you have to go to the bathroom and you got a loaded down plane and it's you and the other flight attendants, do you just like, is there a signal you tell the other people like, hey, cover my area, I have to go to the bathroom? Or is it just...
No, it's pretty standard how I would act around anybody. You know, if I'm with you guys, I'd be like, and I'm say I'm working with some guys, I'd be like, hey, I need to go.
Wait,
you know,
how often do you work with just
this field?
Is it all guys? How often is that?
All guys? Not very often, but it's not uncommon for me
but
to work with other
happen.
guys.
I never even thought about it. It does happen though. Okay.
Yeah, and if it's another guy back there, I just be I gotta go.
For me, it's weird because I've never taken a poop on a plane. Has anybody taken a poop on a plane?
I've never even actually used the bathroom on a plane before.
I've pooped many times.
John, you've pooped on a plane before.
many times. many poo-poos.
Okay, so I mean that's new territory for us, John.
Does it stink?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Stink
Does
in the air?
As soon as you flush it, does it go out?
You know, you get above 30,000
stink
feet.
and everything. I don't know.
Your poop don't stink.
Have you ever noticed you're on a plane and there's no smells?
I mean, I don't know.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries. Just like the wallpaper.
What in the Sam Hill? Yeah, so no, there's no signals. And if it's if I'm working with ladies, like, I try to be discreet about it, like I would if I was, hanging out here with a bunch of girls and had to go home for something. And, I gotta go grab something. Yeah. I need to take a shit. I'm not gonna tell them I need to go.
Have you ever followed a lady flight attendant, had to go take a leak or something into the bathroom, and then she just blew it up?
I'm sure I have. I don't recall. I'm sure I have. And honestly, most of the female flight attendants are pretty good about having some. No, they're pretty good about having some kind of spray with them.
Oh, okay.
And they're constantly spraying the bathroom with something. So I think that's a cover. I think they do that so that when they go in there, they can just keep spraying.
Yeah.
They spray it like before they go in there. It's like, it smells like this before I go in there.
Right. And
so when I come out,
I do that too. Like when I'm walking into the bathroom and I know I'm about to try to take a shit, I'll walk in and I'll open the door. Oh, good Lord, it stinks in here. I'll close the door.
Hey, we all poop. It happens.
It happens.
If you're not pooping, then there's something wrong with you.
You ain't living.
See, doctor.
You dead.
Yeah.
I did learn about, and I learned this from a flight attendant that was newer than me. I learned this probably 5 or 6 years ago. And this was a little petite, blonde, probably 22-year-old flight attendant, fresh, out of training.
What was his name?
Her name was, I don't remember. This was a long time ago. She was on my flight.
I'm sorry.
Taught me about building a nest. Do you know what that is?
No, we're not from California.
No.
Or flight attendants.
Building a nest. What do you
Building
mean?
a nest.
Yeah,
Building a shed.
I'm curious now. What does that mean?
Building a nest in the toilet.
A nest or an S?
Nest.
You drop toilet paper down there first?
You basically put some toilet paper in the toilet, create a little nest in there for your...
That way you don't get splashed.
Caca.
Okay.
No, not do the splash.
What does this do?
Most of the time, especially on 90% of our planes, they don't have the blue water like right there in the toilet anymore. And even the ones that do, it's pretty low. So if you poop in there, you're leaving stuff in the toilet. There's going to be
remnants.
Correct. Yes.
Okay. So you
build the nest and then you flush it. And it's clean.
You're building a turd nest.
Correct. Yes. You drop your eggs. You flush your eggs, and it's clean.
Chirp.
That is the most amazing thing I've ever heard.
So if you are flying, remember to build the nest.
Build your nest when you're taking a dump.
The poo-poo nest.
The flight attendants they'll probably like ask me to come back on their flight because they're like, this customer, this guy, he just built his own nest, and I want him back on my flight. Yeah. Is that how
no one ever?
Is that like a Yelp? No. Is that a Yelp thing?
Do you think a flight attendant walks in after somebody goes to the restroom?
Yep, he nested.
Oh, he totally nested. Give that guy an award. Give him an extra drink.
But it's crazy though.
Who knows? Give him some vouchers. I want that on my flight.
I was flying
that
for
dude
probably
needs to fly with me all the time.
Flying for close to 10 years before I learned about this. I was like, how did I not know this? I probably poop on planes more than anyone. How did I not know about this?
Yeah, what are you, 6'4"?
6'2"-ish.
Are you 6'2"?
6'2", 6'3", somewhere in between it. But
yeah, you're taking healthy dumps.
Yeah, I'm regular, and I'm not going because I'm on a plane. Like some people are like, oh, I don't go in public. I have to go home. No, I'll go wherever I need to go.
Entire podcast over taking a dump on a plane.
I've pooped in every damn airport in this nation.
Hey, while we're talking about work habit poops,
Oh,
I'll
God.
tell you my
We
quick
could
little
stop
story.
this. It's fine.
Well, goddamn. I mean, you're listening to the Grab 'em in the Brisket podcast. This is what we talk about. Just strap your seatbelt in and just come on.
Go along for the ride.
Come along for a ride. Sure. So I got one guy at work.
Shitter.
The quick shitter.
We
Quick
call him
shitter.
the quick shitter.
The ghoster.
QS.
He's the ghoster.
He's not ghosting anybody. He quick shits. And like, I'm not even joking. Okay, so let me just say.
Is he old?
He's probably like mid-50s.
This,
He's been shitting
Guys,
his whole
we
life.
shouldn't do this.
He's ready to just be done.
we should
He's
not
like,
do
I'm
this.
done."
This is a horrible podcast.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
not comedy gold.
it's
Comedy
definitely
Brown.
It's comedy brown.
It's
Comedy
not gold,
effing
it's brown. That was a
Damn
good
it.
one. That was a good one, John.
Okay.
Okay, so hey, it's all potty talk, and
Skin's
yes,
over
we get it.
with,
You know,
yeah.
poop humor and all that shit like that.
Yeah, you said shit.
All that shit like that. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
Come on.
So
Puns everywhere. Puns everywhere, man.
I get like at work, I get like maybe 5-10 minutes of peace and quiet that I can probably just like do my business if I got to do my business. I'll go into, and it's a double stall bathroom. And then I sit in there, and this is just me personal etiquette. Like, if you go into a bathroom, it's a double stall bathroom, and somebody's already in there, in the double stall, if you don't have, like,
I'll wait.
blatant, just, like,
I will wait.
falling out your butt, then just come back later.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
we're,
wait.
we're so different in that aspect. I'm like, hey, there's a vacant seat. If I come back later, it may not be vacant.
Nope.
I'm
Dude,
using it.
you know what's so
No.
cool about where I work at? So our doors, the stalls are like rooms. Our doors go all the way up, so you can't see feet and up. It's so awesome, man. It's private. Even like the smaller ones are private. All the doors go all the way up. It's solid. The way they do their bathrooms. Like if I ever had a company, that's the way I would do. my
Al's on his
bathroom.
phone in there, hanging out like an hour.
Dude, I can play fucking volleyball
Hey.
in this goddamn thing, dude.
Can we get back to quick
Yeah,
shitter?
let's get back to my story.
Okay.
So I get in there. And look, hey, when I sit down, I mean, poop just doesn't fall out of my butthole. It takes a few minutes for it to work before nature works its course, and then it happens. So usually I pull my phone out, probably Stickman Golf or whatever it is, and you know I'm just sitting there playing, just going through my just normal regime of just like I have to go to the potty, no big deal. And so I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden the door just like gets kicked open. Not my door, not the stall door, the front door to the bathroom. Just boom. Next thing you know, I was like, oh, okay, obviously somebody's coming in. It's got to go to the bathroom. And then they go to the stall right next to me, and the door shuts. I hear a zip, and then I hear just explosion.
There's no time to build the nest.
There's no time to build a nest. And the thought process in my mind is like, what the fuck just happened? At this point, I haven't even gone poop yet.
Well, not even that, like,
And I'm
Still
like,
working up to it.
I'm still working up to it. So, and I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, I hear whoosh, the flush next to me. I hear door opening.
oh, he's done.
No washing hands. Out the door. In less than a minute flat. And I'm like, then all of a sudden it hits me. The
You-
stench.
you ain't even
the
made it-
god awful stench that hits me. I'm like,
You ain't even made
my God.
you have not made a golf shot yet.
what? And all of a sudden, like, I'm pulling my pants up. I'm getting out of there. I'm washing my hands. I'm trying to get out there as quickly as possible. I'm trying to get into the hallway. I can't breathe. Finally, I get into the hallway, and I'm just like, I guess I'm not pooping today. And I go back to work. And I'm just like, what the hell?
So this happened more than once.
It happens more than once.
Quick shitter strikes
Quick
again.
shitter.
QS.
But hey, first TV/movie crush that you guys can remember growing up with. Do you have one?
Man, I think everybody's gonna be probably on the same boat
I've got a couple.
with this one. I have a couple as well. I mean,
Give me your first one, Alden. Number one,
probably Kelly Kapowski.
Kelly Kapowski,
Classic.
Saved by the Bell.
Yeah,
Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Yeah,
Tiffany
she was
Amber
definitely
Thiessen.
one of the two I was going to mention.
Pink Ranger would be my other one.
God dang. What?
Yeah, I didn't. I couldn't stand to watch Power Rangers. So
Pink Ranger?
Yeah.
The Pink Ranger, yeah. The Power
Did you
Rangers.
fantasize about the Pink Ranger?
Yeah, in the helmet and everything, yeah. Didn't know what she looked like. But I knew
looked
what I was trying to do.
fantastic.
I knew what I was trying to do.
You know that was a dude behind that, right?
His name was
Maybe.
Marshall.
Maybe.
He does backflips.
No, her name was Kimberly. She was Kimberly.
All them sweet moves he was doing in the pink helmet.
Her name was Kimberly. But yeah, for sure. I mean, like I say, Kelly Kapowski. I mean,
Okay.
Right.
Shit.
That's on
tight.
everyone's list.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I was a little bit older than that, right? I mean, so like I'd already
You were.
had,
Yeah, you were probably
I'd already
30
had that one.
he liked the
right?
Red Ranger.
So like there was a couple of movies on TV. It was always like the Brat Pack movie or
He likes
or it was,
cartoons.
No, it wasn't like a Molly Ringwald. Although like yeah, probably like what was the 16 Candles or yeah. I mean that was probably one, and then the other one was. Corey Ames was in a movie. It was almost like a Rudy type movie where he tried to play football but he couldn't.
Lucas?
Yeah, Lucas. That girl right there. Like for me, as a kid, I was like, oh, that's
She
my
was the same one
girlfriend.
that was in the Goonies.
That's same
Yeah.
one in the Goonies. That's
The
right.
little redheaded girl. Or
Yeah.
is redhead?
Yeah. Brunette or whatever.
Brunette, yeah.
Yeah.
That was it. Like I was like, oh, that's my girlfriend. Love her. Right. But I was a kid, right? So, yeah.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
John?
Well, the first one I was going to say was Kelly Kapowski, but the other one that popped in my mind almost immediately, and I think I was probably younger, Winnie Cooper. The
Winnie-
Wonder Years.
Winnie was
Damn it.
solid.
That's so good.
Would you?
Biggest
Winnie was
crush.
solid.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
She was goofy.
That was so
solid
good.
though.
I wish I could think
You know
of
what
that
I mean?
one.
Like
I didn't even think of that one, and if I had, I probably would have said it.
because I mean she wasn't like just end all be all hot. She was just like
Well, she was like 10 years old. I mean,
Well,
that's
I
when
was
I
saying,
was like
we
the
were
same
10
age
years
as
old
that.
too.
But I was 10.
Right.
And
Yeah,
I,
she was
Yeah, we
our
were
age.
10.
And I was like, she actually's like,
Fred
she's
didn't even
a
know.
normal. Yeah. Oh, Fred,
Fred
Savage
didn't even
knew.
know.
Yeah,
Fred
right.
Savage
He was
knew.
an idiot.
Yeah.
Fred Savage.
Yeah.
What was his name on the Wonder Years?
Ben.
No, Kevin.
Kevin.
I literally just binge watched all of the Wonder Years probably like 4 or 5 months ago.
That's weird.
Such a good show. I'm sorry.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
I mean, it got away a little bit at the end, but God, that's such a good show. And so many shows have copied it since then, trying to be in the kid's head and kind of listen to his thoughts and all that whole thing that they did. But fuck, that's such a good show.
God dang.
Yeah.
I
Well,
totally
I
agree.
think we actually talked about this a couple episodes ago, but Wendy Peppercorn, she's solid.
Oh, the Sandlot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's solid.
All right. I'm going to tell you mine. And then when you hear it, you're going to be like, yes.
Smurfette.
No.
No. Okay.
The blue one.
No.
The last blue one.
The,
the blue
two
hat,
girls from
the
the
white
Wild
hat.
Things? I'm just
No.
kidding.
Is it a TV show?
It is a movie. She appeared in several movies. And her name was Elizabeth Shue. And she appeared in Karate Kid. She was the girlfriend of Daniel LaRusso.
I can see her face.
She was the girlfriend of
She had a
Tom
perm.
Cruise in Cocktails.
That's right.
She was the
Was she the babysitter in that babysitter movie?
the babysitter in Adventures in Babysitting.
Yes. Yeah, she's
Yeah.
smoking.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to. This is going to be my 12th one, I guess. I've
You
guessed.
already
but
had one.
My favorite one.
You said Dora the Explorer.
You already gave
No.
your favorite one.
Yeah, I thought
it's
Tiffany.
the same. It starts with the same letter, but Donna
Donna who?
from La Bamba.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know what that is. It was just when you were a kid, bro.
What? I was. How long? How do you think that movie was just made?
Dude, Neil Diamond, come on.
Oh, this
I have no
Richie
idea what you're
Valens,
talking
fool.
I don't know.
La Bamba.
What was his name? What was the guy's name?
When he said Donna, I thought 90210.
who? Yeah, I did too.
And I was like, eh.
Who was the main actor in that one?
That was Lou Diamond Phillip,
Lou. I said Neil. Lou Diamond.
not Neil Diamond.
Not Neil Diamond. Lou Diamond. Damn it.
Neil Diamond Patrick Harris.
Plays in everything.
With the sprinkle of
And Doogie Howser.
whatever. Doogie Howser.
Doogie House.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to put a poll up.
Let's
Which
put
one
a
of these
poll
was
up.
the best?
What is the? Yeah. Hey, you name your
Your heart.
Childhood
It's your heart. Takes
heart.
your heart. Yeah.
throb, heart. You're just your childhood crush.
Crush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That first time that you're like,
Oh,
What?
she's
What's
the
happening
one.
right now?
Yeah.
What's
I
happening with my body?
just fell in love.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, that's what happens, right? I just fell in love.
Well, I somehow knew when I was a kid, I could just see Mandy's face, so that was it for me. So I saw Mandy.
Me
So
too.
That would be mine. Everybody
weird.
saw Mandy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
Hey, we're at the cook-off. We're at the cook-off, and John looks over and he goes, "Hey, Jan." I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Hey, you know, if you were to get married to Mandy, she'd be Mandy Moore." I go, "Yeah." I also know that James got married to her. She'd be Mandy Moore as well, or Sean. And he goes,
Or Sean.
He goes, "Yeah, you're kind of right."
He thought that was going to be funny. He said, "You know what? That's not too funny yet."
Yeah.
You're right. It made more sense because she'd probably be more likely to marry one of the other two than you.
Then what, John?
Which one of y'all,
Okay.
if one of y'all was going to
Probably.
marry Mandy, which one of y'all do you think she have married? Out of
Oh, she
y'all
totally
two-
married
out of y'all
John.
two.
Yeah.
No, out of y'all two. Or out of y'all three. I don't know.
I would say John first.
She likes Mexicans. Let me just preface that. So.
Well, John's not Mexican.
I'm
We're
not.
not.
None of us
First of all,
are
you asked us a question. We're,
Okay,
we're all
all
three
right.
white. I would say John first.
Jan.
I don't know, James.
James last.
Let's be honest. James and John are basically marrying the same person.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. So I would say James. I would probably say myself last because I'm like you, Alden.
But let's be honest. Any of us would be an improvement.
Over.
How's it going?
Sorry, Al.
Well, when
I
you're right,
love
you're
it.
right. And you're always right. So I don't know.
You're right. You're
All
right.
kid. You're fantastic.
All right. Well, I'm
Okay.
taking my cigarettes and I'm going home. I'll
Okay,
catch,
so-
I'll catch y'all next week.
Better go hug your wife. She's about to leave you.
So my week's been, okay, pretty good. We had the Pasadena Livestock Show and Rodeo, and we did awesome. Not
Killed
to
it.
not to like I guess toot our own horns or whatever, but we did quite well. 7th overall, great.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
And then fall into the work week. Look, hey, all of us are doing our 8 to 5 jobs. We quite haven't made it successfully doing this podcast game where we're, getting paid every day and we quit our jobs. So we're having to still continue to work our 8 to 5s. And so roll into the work week. It's great. I'm a buyer for an oil and gas company. So I got asked out to go out and do one of these vendor lunches, and I'm like, okay, let's do it. So I go on one of these vendor lunches, and over there by us, there's really not a whole lot to choose from, but there's one place. It's called Papa Do's, and it's a kind of a Cajun seafood restaurant, which is freaking phenomenal. It's owned by, it was originally owned by the Papa Brothers, and I think since it has been bought out by Tillman Fertitta, and which he owns the Rockets and the Landry's and just a shit ton of other restaurants or whatever. So I had that for lunch and phenomenal food. And I got the blackened catfish. It was phenomenal.
Nice.
Great with the dirty rice and all that shit like that. Great, love it.
I don't like catfish.
Okay.
I mean, I like to eat catfish.
Yeah. I like to eat catfish.
I don't like to be the catfish.
What?
What are you saying? What do you mean?
All right. Well, let me preface it like this. So, John is a flyer of the skies, right? So he's been to airports here and there.
Correct.
You ever been to San Jose Airport?
California?
Yep.
Many times.
Okay. How big is that airport?
It's a decent size now. They've redone it.
All right. Well, let's talk about how big it was probably in 2003-ish.
Couldn't tell you. Didn't work at Southwest yet.
Didn't work at
Are
Southwest.
you telling me you got catfished?
All the way to San Jose, California?
All the way to San Jose, California.
We gotta hear
Do you
that.
know your way to San Jose?
So let me tell you how this story worked out. This was the time of, I guess you could say, yeah, I got catfish. I'm done.
No, come back. Go back to the mic. I'm sorry. You got catfish. Okay, so let's start off let's start off with how did you get catfished? You obviously had a long distance relationship, right?
I think I was probably one of the first people that had ever been catfished before catfish was a term.
Got played, son. That's
Got
what we used to
played.
call it.
Did you get
Players gotta
contacted
play.
by a Nigerian prince?
Did not.
Did you send money overseas?
Maybe $1 or $2.
Did you
But no.
travel halfway across the country to sit in an airport?
I did.
Okay.
So,
Let's hear that.
so this was about the time where everybody's like on chat sites or whatever. It was AOL or whatever it was, and
Yeah.
so I met this chick, right? And we talked. I mean, we've been talking.
You didn't meet her. You just
Yeah, her
Well, I
name.
say me.
Typing.
Yeah, so we were typing.
Yeah, her name was Steve.
Yeah, I can backspace her name.
Gary
It might have been Stevie. So,
really loved talking to you.
So, anyhow, but I knew it was her because there was a webcam, so I could see her, and I can still see her little tramp stamp. She had a tramp stamp, and
You paid
so
for a webcam? Like
we
they
had
still do
webcams
that nowadays.
No, we had webcams.
Oh, you're
then.
paying for like strippers and shit.
No,
like
well, she wasn't
Sexual
a stripper.
favors.
All right, I'll tell the story.
Wow, way off course.
Okay, I don't know what's going on here.
Anyhow,
Webcams?
I could.
I don't know
yeah,
where
it was,
Jan's
there was a
at.
webcam, so I could see who I was talking to. Like, I've talked to her on the phone, all this shit, and this has been going on for a couple months or whatever. And I was living at the time. I was in Lubbock, living with my 2 cousins, Matt and Boss. So my aunt, I told her, I said, "Hey, I'm gonna fly to California to go see this chick that I met." She's like, "Where'd you meet her?" I said, "Online." At that time, it was kind of acceptable. I mean, I don't know.
No, it's way more acceptable now than it ever was before.
Okay.
Probably sounded crazy back then.
Yeah.
What
Well,
do you
yeah.
mean
Like,
online?
Okay,
You're gonna get date raped.
What is
Al.
online?
Why
That
can't
dude's
you
name is
just
Fred.
meet a
Yeah.
wholesome girl right here at the bar, or right around the
Go
corner?
to church.
Yeah. So anyhow, so I forget
Church.
like at that point what we were talking on or we were communicating as far as the it may have been Yahoo whatever it was, but like I say, I've talked to her on the phone. I've seen her webcam. I know it's a girl. I make the decision
Okay.
to fly down there and go meet her. Okay, which is fine, cool.
So okay, hold on. So you call her up, right?
Yeah.
By now you're like on the telephone, right?
Mhm.
Talking like, hey, what was her name?
Shit, I don't remember.
Come on,
I have no idea.
Elizabeth,
Tina.
Amanda,
Might have been.
Steve.
I have no idea. Might have been Amy.
It just
I don't
seems
know.
Amy.
it
Okay.
just seems weird that the first box you have to check is verifying that it's a female.
Right.
Well, so my flight connected in Dallas, and so I get to Dallas, and I lose a little wad of cash. That's when I used to carry. That's why I don't carry cash anymore. So I lost cash in Dallas. Boom, it's
What do you
just
mean?
gone.
You lost your money.
Yeah, I lost my money
How do you lose it?
because it's I don't know.
You lost your wallet.
You left it on.
No,
a
I had
plane.
my wallet. I had my cash.
Some flight attendant came
You
up.
didn't put your money in your wallet?
No,
Man, you sound like one of my kids.
You had it in your
yeah,
pocket.
yeah, I had it in my pocket.
God dang it.
So anyhow, so I connected in Dallas, and from Dallas we're going to fucking San Jose, and San Jose Airport is not very big at that point.
It's nice now. It's really nice.
Well, when I was there, it wasn't. So anyhow, at this point, I'm like, well, fuck, I lost all my money. Who cares? I'm still going to see this chick, right? And I was wearing a jersey because I told her what I was going to be wearing.
What jersey were you wearing?
I was wearing a jersey that I wore to a Powerhouse Academy thing in Florida at the time, and it had my last name on it or whatever. And it was a baseball jersey. I was like, "Well, you'll be able to recognize me." I was like, "Well, you should recognize me anyways." You know what I mean? So anyhow, so I get
Both
there.
that
Yeah, so I got my bag, dude. I get my bag. I'm getting
video
off,
chatting.
walking in, just waiting, looking around. I can't, I don't see her obviously.
So,
Still
okay,
looking.
Okay, it's time out right here. So you get off the plane, and then so you get off the plane, you walk out, and you immediately think you're going to see her, right?
Yes.
You're nervous,
Yes.
right? So then you walk, and you kind of realize, hey, I don't see her.
Well, I mean, I still have to go to the baggage and all that shit.
No, I
That's
get
where
that.
I thought I was going to see
get
her.
that. But you expected to see her there. You didn't
Yeah.
see her. You're like, no problem. I'm going to go to baggage. You're still butterflies are flying,
Yeah,
right?
she's running late
Yeah,
or something.
Well, maybe she's at baggage
Whatever.
claim, right? So
Maybe
now-
she's there, and that's why I was wearing the deal.
Okay, so I'm just trying to get this going.
Maybe
Yeah.
she's a dude.
No, and she told me what she's going to be wearing, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but so I'm
is great.
walking off the plane, and
Hell yeah.
so I'll walk off or whatever, walking up like I own the place because I came here to see her. You know what I mean? And like she was hot. I mean, she was. There's a reason I flew down there. You know what I mean? I didn't go down there to play patty cake. So, anyhow, go retrieve my fucking luggage and holding on to it. And
What was her name on her avatar?
dude, it was,
What was her AOL handle?
It was gotcha.
man, I don't even remember.
Light
To
of
be
the
honest
sky.
with you, I don't even
Was
remember
it
what.
AOL chat? that you're on?
Butterflies.
I don't. It wasn't because
penises.
AOL would have been like AIM. I think it was a Yahoo one.
Was it Yahoo chat.
It was Yahoo because that's how we were able to webcam each other or
Yeah.
whatever. But obviously, I'm getting my shit. You know, my
You're in the baggage claim.
in my
You got
baggage
your
claim. I'm just
backpack
Looking
on,
for a
you
sign.
your
I got my
luggage
jersey.
with
I got my
you.
jersey on, dude. I'm waiting. Where's
You
she
got your
at?
jersey on.
Got my jersey on. Where's she at?
This is just the epitome of some romantic movie. Just like
Right.
Yeah,
I'll see
I'm
you in
waiting for her to
Seattle.
run into my arms.
Hey,
you know,
yeah.
like,
Hey,
come on.
I'll see you in
What's up,
Seattle.
I'll see you in Seattle.
Like, what's up, girl? Come on.
Perfect.
Waiting.
Sleepless.
You're Tom Hanks.
Yeah. I'm Meg Ryan.
Yes, a tiny little Tom Hanks.
Hey, okay, take me back. You're in the baggage claim. At what point do you go, she's not here, I need to call?
It was pretty immediate. I
Like,
mean,
an hour goes by?
Probably, not even that. Probably, I don't know, 30 minutes.
30 minutes goes by and
And
you're like, I
Something's
need to go to
wrong.
the payphone.
No, I had a cell phone at that time.
And he calls Steve.
Shit, okay.
I had,
White
I,
phone is for
yeah,
unloading.
I had a
only.
little bitty,
red
I had a little bitty
phone.
Sprint flip phone at that time, and that's. I mean, I was
Yeah.
18 years.
So you called her.
19 years old at that time.
Yeah.
Calling her. At that time, I couldn't get on the internet to see where she's at as far as our
She was
chats,
taking money
our
from
chats were
somebody
going.
else.
You know what I
right?
mean?
Chat
Yeah,
room.
you
She
need
was
to log on to your
I
Yahoo.
couldn't. Yeah,
Sorry,
exactly.
baby.
I couldn't log on. I'm calling her. She's not answering, and so I call boss, which he lived with us at the time, and I'm like, "Hey, man, get online, see where she's at." And he is laughing so hysterically at this time, dude. Just like,
like,
Oh,
you're
God.
a fucking idiot.
I need
Like, what
to
are you
meet this
doing?
guy.
Dude? And he has the most, obviously, I mean, not obviously, but he has the most contagious laugh ever, for one. And I didn't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean?
I just
Like-
want my girl.
Yeah.
Okay?
That's when I started smoking. And I bought fucking, so mind you, I'm out of money. I got like $50 left. That's all I got. So that's when I started smoking. I bought a pack of fucking ultralights at the airport. At that point, they were like $7. You know what I mean? So anyhow,
Because you're in
so
California. You're in Texas.
I was in California.
For like $4 or
yeah.
something.
And so anyhow, I call him and tell him, hey, get online, see where she's at. He can't find her, whatever. So here I am sitting in this fucking airport. Sitting at this airport. And at that point, San Jose Airport wasn't very big. So they had this little trolley that would kind of take you around. I would just sit on it and just ride it.
Like a shuttle?
Pretty much, yeah. It was a shuttle.
Wait, okay. Did you ever get a hold of her while you were there?
No, I did not. He did.
Boss did.
Boss did.
Okay. What?
She said she got in a wreck and broke her leg.
Lies.
Yeah. So I'm sitting here in this fucking airport.
How
Mind
many
you, I'm
days?
there.
A day. Like 2 hours.
So there was an
8
Expedia.
hours.
There was an Expedia bar there, and that's where I spent most of my time. Luckily, it was football season, and I could at least sit there and watch some games. You know what I mean? So
How long were you there for, Alden?
3 days
Oh, my God.
In the airport?
in the airport.
You were
yes.
in the airport for 3 days.
3 days, and this was post 9/11. How they didn't kick me out, I don't know.
Well, outside of security, I mean. Anywho, so you already had your flight booked back. so
Yeah,
you
and it was a
just sat
hot
in the
wire
airport.
flight, so I couldn't change it.
So
So I was stuck.
in
Were
the
you
airport for
flying
3
on-
days.
When you got home, did she try to contact you?
Yes.
Did she have a broke leg then in the video?
No, I never. No, I wanted nothing to do with her at that point.
Oh, you said like, hey,
Yeah,
you're
like
hot as
she
shit.
contacted me back on that little chat. I was like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
What'd she say?
I don't remember what she said, to be honest
said-
with you.
Hey, just so you know, I broke my leg.
Maybe she really did break her leg.
She could have. She could have. That could have been the love of your life.
Wow, Alden, you are an asshole.
You are a prick, man.
She breaks
So
her
anyhow,
leg and you treat her like
me
that?
tell you
Frank-
more. Let me tell you
Hey,
more of the story.
Frank broke his third leg. You,
Yeah.
you wouldn't, whatever. I mean, come on, man.
Let me tell
Give
you
the
more
guy
of the
a
story.
chance.
So while I'm there for 3 days, right? And obviously there's no beds there. and I believe at San Jose at that point there was 3 restaurants there. So I would just fucking lay down on the goddamn bench seats that they had, you know what I mean? And then in the morning I'd wake up and there's somebody just sitting there fucking snacking on breakfast, and I wake up and they're like, "Hey," I'm like, "Hey, what are
Did you
doing?"
eat out of trash cans?
No, well, I wasn't that broke yet. So I was not that broke yet.
Steal people's food, run off, eat it, and
No.
go to the bathroom real quick,
But-
hide.
I did drink a lot of water, and what was funny because I was still in contact with Rory, my buddy Rory, and there was must have been a wrestling thing or something coming to town because I did see Booker T there and this other guy Rob Van Dam, which I saw these guys. Then I'm just like, oh, look at these guys, you know, like, oh, sweet. But
Do you know the way to San Jose?
dude, I was just like, can you take me with you? You know, like the funniest thing was,
I
man,
got catfished.
the funniest thing was me riding in that fucking bus in a circle. I would just sit there with my bag, just my head in the fucking corner of that bus, riding a circle, and people would stop, people would get on,
Yeah.
people would get off, people would get on. It was never her.
That bus
was
driver
never-
slash tram driver or whatever it is you're on, he knew. He was like,
Dude, I
this
could
guy right
probably,
here.
I could
Yeah,
probably
I know.
draw you a
He
picture.
got catfished.
I could probably draw you a
I'm not
picture
gonna mess with him.
of what the bartender at that Expedia place looked like. I guarantee you, it was one of the most horrible times of my life, and I was supposed to be on vacation.
Yeah.
So San Jose Airport was
Hey, that's her loss.
Yeah. I totally agree.
but yeah, it was
We knew what her AOL or Yahoo handle is, and we can just give her a
Blow
shout
her up.
out right now.
Yeah.
she did the only thing I can probably tell you about her is she had a tramp stamp or whatever. I mean, she
Yeah,
was
so
hot.
Come on, Ayo. Remember, say the name on the damn podcast.
Yes. Steve, if you're listening,
Hey,
send
Mike,
us an email.
Yeah.
Mike, come on.
YT, Butterfly,
Michelle, Melissa,
at
Katie,
Yeah, you ever taken a bath in the
Garden Roser.
in the sinks at an airport?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got a whore
It
bath.
sucks.
Yeah,
It sucks.
yeah. That's why
But-
they have like coin machines on them now for people like you. California, they don't play around.
got
Put your
catfish.
money in.
Wow.
You need
And
mild
then,
water.
and then not only that, I had minimal dough right at the airport. They want all this dough to eat a fucking taco.
Oh, it's expensive.
You know what I mean? So I'm like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ!
Sounds like I'm buying a
I
pack of
spent all my money on the cigarettes already, and I'm buying a
Ultra
taco.
Lights?
I didn't eat it in one sitting. Obviously, I kept it for a
I'm
little
gonna eat
bit.
half now
Yeah,
and half
no.
later.
You got to
Like
get
the
some
old-
protein bars.
Hey,
and
you're
let's,
like,
hang
you're
on
like
to
the
them.
old cat lady, like pulling out napkins and unfolding a piece of food, eating it, and then wrapping it back up with a napkin, and then putting it in a little bag and walking off.
Here's your piece of rice, sir. Here
Yeah.
you go.
Right.
Here it
It's
is.
good.
Here it is.
It's good.
Don't talk to the homeless.
But my
man.
experience at San Jose Airport was
That's great.
it was horrible, man.
That is so great.
So I believe I was one of the originators of being catfished before that thing was a term.
no, well, for sure. I think that it was
Right.
definitely not a term, but plenty of people.
Yeah.
Did
once
you
the internet
give her
started,
money?
plenty of people got catfished.
Did you send her money?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, that's good.
No.
Let's look her up online. Let's call her now.
Maybe she was legit and got hurt. Because definitely, I mean, the definition of getting catfish is you getting got.
No,
I know you
because
spent money to
we
get
would have
there,
talked about it when I got back home.
But maybe she.
Oh, you
did
talked to
get-
her. You're like, hey, what
And not
happened?
only that, I knew her brother, who also I had his phone number.
What, you knew her brother?
Well, I say I knew. Had his number as well.
How
I
the
couldn't
hell?
He
because
was
they were
catfishing
together on
you as
the
well.
on the webcam. I could
It was
see
probably
both of
the same
them.
person.
Wait.
It sounds like
They-
she legit like got hurt. Like something really
No,
happened.
no. Hold on. On the webcam,
I could see
they
two
were
people.
both there.
Yeah.
That's girlfriend. That's boyfriend, girlfriend. They're a team.
Maybe, but they didn't
They
get
probably
anything
made
out of
money
him.
on
So
me.
what
Did
the
they
hell
have
was the
sex?
point?
I have no idea if they had sex.
Did you pay for sex?
He got there.
No.
And
Okay.
they didn't do anything.
Actually, I paid to have sex and didn't even have sex. I went all the way over there to have sex and didn't have it.
Wait, you went to California to have sex with somebody you don't even know?
Pretty much. What was I
Wow.
going over there to do?
That's
To
dirty.
go to go meet your
Play patty
soulmate.
cake?
Yeah, you could have like.
That is so
got
sad.
to
Like,
know her
no
better.
wonder she didn't show up. She knew your motives.
Yeah,
sir.
She knew you were a slime ball.
Yeah,
We've been talking for
all you
like
wanna,
3 months.
All you want to do is have sex with me. How about get to know me?
taco eating ass.
Yeah,
You could have got
How about
got.
get to know me
You
a
could have
little
got
bit?
by some serial killer.
yeah.
You know
Hey,
how many different serial
I'm gonna
killers
harvest
they
you
had
for your
active
organs.
in the California area at that time?
Yeah.
Poor lady with a
Lots.
broken leg.
I like to have that lung and liver, those kidneys.
You
Sell
wake
that
up
shit
in
on the
a-
black market.
You wake up in a hotel bathroom in a bath of ice with your kidneys removed.
yeah,
I can tell what that bathroom looks like, by the way.
Hotel bathroom?
yeah.
No, the San
Hotel-
Jose
Hotel everybody.
airport.
Oh, they
fucking
remodeled
bathroom.
them.
Yeah.
Damn it. So there's no remnants of me being there ever?
Nope.
No,
You're gone.
no, yeah, no. There's a small statue. This
Like,
Filipino
does it
man
look-
rode a bus
does it
for
look
3
like
days
this?
here.
Dude, and that was like, it sounds crazy, but there was nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Nothing
Hey,
else
listen,
to do.
Al,
so I
you
got
know-
on this goddamn bus, and I would just ride it in a fucking circle.
I'm gonna give you a fist bump right here. Hey, listen.
You know what?
That's
It ended where it started. Hey, what else was I gonna do? It was
that's it.
boring.
That's all
I
you
was
can do.
bored. I was bored. This was before fucking internet, obviously, and stuff like that. So that's my catfish story.
Right.
Boom.
So the blackened catfish at Papado's was good, James.
It was delicious. I highly recommend it to you guys. Get some of that little garlic butter that they have with it.
And I blame it on y'all because she was
Compound.
white. Had she been Mexican, she would have picked me up.
We were talking about lunch.
lunch.
That was
We're-
y'all's. She was y'all's people. She was white. All
We're over
Reeled
this
in.
one. Reeled in. Come on.
right, that's enough of that story.
You got catfished.
I
Yeah.
did.
She probably don't even live in San Jose.
Actually, you're probably lucky
She's
you're
probably
still
living in
alive.
Texas.
You're probably
Maybe.
still lucky you're still alive.
Maybe I'm
because-
glad she didn't pick me up.
Yeah. You probably could just got martyred and been done with.
I wouldn't be on this podcast then.
You would not have been on this podcast.
Right, exactly. Think about our ratings boost.
Anyhow, that was
All right,
not,
let's talk
not
about
a good time.
Let's talk about. Okay, we're glad you're still here, Alden. We love you. Sorry you got catfish, but hey, everybody out there that's listening, be leery of the information that you put out there. I mean, people are always trying to steal your shit. You know?
Correct. Don't go to San Jose.
Safeguard, password protect. Don't go to San Jose.
Stay away
Ever.
from
I will never go to
California.
San
Stay
Jose
off
again.
of Yahoo Chat or AOL Chat.
Is that still a thing?
I don't know. Is it?
No.
That was.
I think my mom
Right.
still.
It was at that.
No,
I think
no.
it was AIM at that point.
I think mom still
No.
has the
No,
AOL.
she's not.
It was AIM.
Address, like email address.
Yeah, what is it?
So,
Yeah,
it's
it's not.
beep,
Oh.
beep, 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 beep. Hey, can we give a special shout out to Ellie?
Yes.
We know you're listening, Ellie. Our number one fan,
Yes. She's a mega fan.
mega fan. John says, "Do you have a shirt for her, John?"
I do.
All right.
It's at my house. Come and get it.
Got it. Well, let's get into Pasadena Livestock Show and Rodeo, our last little cook-off that we did. It was fun. Great. The weather held out. Fucking
I was
the
like-
weather was great.
Yeah, it
beautiful.
It was nice. Sprinkled like maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
2 days later,
We're at
we're
Ords.
we're right into tropical storm Imelda.
Imelda. Yeah.
Correct.
Pasadena. We did great. 7th overall.
Yes.
Freaking phenomenal. I mean, we're so fucking grateful and so like humble. Like, we got first place chicken. That's
Yeah,
Which
crazy.
never
Exactly.
happens.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
right?
we usually kill it on brisket, do pretty good on ribs, hit and miss. Chicken's
And nothing
not
on chicken.
our. Yeah, it's not
It's
our.
like finding a
we've won
four-leaf-
before, but that's pretty good. Yeah, no, there was something going on there. We killed it out there.
Yeah, so we did kill it, and I think that it all stems from just great cooking, great awareness from everyone, a great team effort. Me sleeping in on Saturday
Yeah, you were.
definitely helped.
Yeah, your help Saturday morning was phenomenal.
was great. I was,
love the setup out
I was
there, by
about
the way.
2 hours late. I did light the fires for part of that, but really felt like shit and felt bad. To be honest with you.
Yeah, we had to play around with the fire just a little bit.
There was like maybe 2 little smoldering whatever in the firebox when I
Really?
got there. Yeah, it was
Ah,
not what I would call a lit fire.
I just remember being so much bigger when I was there.
yeah,
So
I get it.
It's amazing what
things
happens.
happen.
Little time goes by.
We always exaggerated how big it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was so huge, just roaring fire. You'd be so impressed.
I just want to let you know that I really lit those fires. And
No. I showed up because Pasadena works a little different with brisket. It turns in at noon instead of 3 as usual. So we show up. I got there, 12:30 or 1 or something? No, I guess, probably 1:30 when I got there.
Yeah, about 1:30, 1:45.
And I roll in, and everybody's still pretty much there. James was, he showed up maybe 5 minutes after me, but when I roll in, everybody else is rolling out.
We're all leaving out.
Yeah, they're going, and
they're leaving.
somebody had to be there to man the party, basically, so that's what they were doing. But Jan's rolling out, and I remember him turning to me and looking at me, pointing, giving me the finger, like a thumbs up finger, saying, I'll see you at 6 a.m. Like, that's like 5 hours, 4.5 hours. And I'm like, no, you won't.
Yeah.
I won't see you again until I don't know when I'll see you.
But you have to admit, I did wake up. I woke up at 7:15 in the morning. I think I tried to text somebody, but I didn't actually send the text, and then jumped in the shower. And then when I got out of the shower, I texted James. It was like probably closer to 8 at that point. And all I could see was, Jan, you're running late, just bring tacos.
That's what I said, I said, you can make up for being late by bringing breakfast tacos. And you brought breakfast tacos, I was fine with that.
I did.
Yeah, everything went fine.
I had to take an Uber, by
I love
the way.
I love the 2-day setup out there. I wish more of the cook-offs were like that.
I actually do too. I really
a lot less
enjoyed
stressful.
that.
So we do chicken and ribs on Friday and brisket on Saturday. And then there's some other, we call them ancillary categories.
Yeah.
But the main ones, they split them up. It's super
fajitas.
nice.
Hey, we got
Cook's Choice.
What would you say? Hospitality.
Yeah,
Fourth place.
Yeah.
Fourth place out of
Fourth place.
130 something teams.
Yeah.
Hospitality.
Which is a big one, right?
Yeah.
That's like us being just hospitable, just allowing people to.
Alden had his knee pads out.
Yeah, he did. Actually, Alden and
My
I
shit is still bruised.
Alden and I had a little confrontation on that one a little bit one night, just over not allowing people in, and I just we talked about it. We got over it, and it was just one of those things that we do.
I kicked his ass.
Yeah, he kicked my ass.
It happens.
Wait, great thing about the group that we had with Chasing More Smoke, everybody's great. Everybody's phenomenal. We're all friends. We're all buddies. We all may have our disagreement here or there, or somebody like, I quit. We don't quit.
Nobody quits.
I did.
Alden quit like twice. But we're all friends and it's all good. We figure it out and go on down the road.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody totally pitched in. Everybody does their part. Eric killed it with the catering, and there's a lot of guys that helped him with that. But oh man, I got so many comments and messages online talking about the brisket for the catering, which some of that was the competition brisket, was amazing. The chicken was awesome. Eric did up a whole bunch of chicken breasts. The macaroni and cheese people were raving about. His little recipe for that is fantastic. So everybody pulled together and just kicked ass out there.
Yeah, I mean, a collective group effort, just to do one of those kind of cook-offs, you know what I mean? It takes a lot of people
Right.
to do it, and
Our big ones. For
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, like, have you ever wrapped like 180 jalapeno poppers?
Yeah,
it's a lot of them.
And I think we posted some pictures of that. We had 5 or 7 guys out there making the poppers
Just
at once.
making poppers, man, for like
There was a
2
lot of
hours.
poppers.
There was so many.
Everybody got some, didn't it?
It's so difficult to pull that together, and
Yeah.
everybody was there. Everybody helped out. Plus, we had this 50 by 30. 50 by 30, is that right?
50 by 30.
50 by 30 tent.
Yeah.
I mean, we're playing cornhole inside. I mean, we had a huge
Inside.
tent. We had AC, right? We had a huge AC system.
You know what's funny
blowing
about
the
that?
Tent, which was fantastic.
You know what's funny about that? So Eric, the day before, had said, he's like, man, I've never played cornhole inside or like in air conditioning.
Yeah.
Me either. I didn't think about it. But the next day, I mean, it was just there. So boom, we pull it out and we start playing or whatever, and it was cool.
Oh yeah, we're
Dude,
betting
it
money.
was
By
awesome.
the way, you owe me $5. You owe me $5.
He did win. What we
You owe me
played?
$5.
We played the knockout game. That's a pretty
We
solid
did.
game.
Matt
solid
owes me
game.
$5, and then pretty sure somebody else owes me.
Yeah, I'm
By
pretty
the-
sure you told Matt, hey, no, you
No, I did
you
tell
don't-
Matt because
You told him not to pay you, then I just assumed I'm not going to pay
I
you.
said,
Yeah.
I
And
said,
then
Matt.
everybody
Well, you weren't even
else
there
here.
for that.
I had corn
John,
in my eye, so
But
it
I
doesn't count.
said, Matt,
corns
don't
were
pay
going
me
everywhere for
because
sure.
nobody else has paid me, and I feel bad taking your money. I just want to let you know that all three of y'all really let me down on this one because I really just kicked the shit
Matt's not
out of
paying
y'all.
you. I'm not paying you.
Well, I want to say
I don't want your money.
I tell you what, shout out to Danny.
Oh, my $14
Yes,
back.
Danny and Sissy.
Danny
Oh,
and
man.
Sissy,
Oh, without a
man.
doubt.
They were the MVPs.
Right, they
They
were
were.
their asses
Dude.
off.
Yeah. Yes. They were there.
Yeah,
It was awesome.
Shout out to United Rentals, and I'm pretty sure Danny Phillips with K&D Pipeline Services. They're the ones that hooked up the United Rental. I could be wrong. I don't know, but
Yeah,
they're the ones
you have his
that
brother, right?
provided the
So-
AC.
So Bubba Phillips,
But
right?
yeah, they're the ones that provided the AC that this whole cook-off got to live a little bit more comfortably
Right.
than everybody else.
Yeah, shout out to all those guys.
Yeah, when,
Tents
everybody,
when it's
man.
100
Everybody.
degrees outside and your tent's it's sitting at
Tents
70,
Up Rentals,
73, 74.
K&D, High Point, all those guys.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, chasing more smoke. I mean, we couldn't do it without any
all
of
the
those
people.
guys.
Without
Jay
sponsors,
McGee,
you can't do
man,
it. So
That dude
Oh, Jamie Key, man.
came through with the fencing and all the other shit
Yeah.
that he came through with. And
Paige coming in and helping out.
came through
Yeah.
and was
Yeah.
knocking it out, helping us bartend, serve food, do whatever. Great thing about chasing more smoke and just the grabbing the brisket and all
people in
that.
general, man, like
Everybody's great.
Yeah.
Everybody's friends. We're all
Yep.
cordial and we all love everybody, and it's just one big family.
Yeah, it shows though, right?
for sure.
It shows.
Mondo came out, huh?
Mondo
One of our
came out.
listeners.
Hey, Mondo.
Yep.
Mondo's barbecue. Hey,
Some shots.
Joe.
That's awesome.
Where's Joe at? Joe.
Joe didn't come out.
Joe did not come
No, I
out.
wanted to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
where you at, Joe?
He's
Come
been
on,
the last
Joe.
couple. He missed this one. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
great.
Mondo was out there with his brothers.
Mm-hmm.
He
That's
listens to every show.
fantastic.
Yeah, Jan was out there trying to get him drunk. Like, oh, get some shots here.
He took some shots with me and
We
Danny.
did?
Yeah,
We
he
did
took
get him
some
shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
John, why don't you tell everybody what the top 5 finals was at the Pasadena Livestock Show and Rodeo?
Yeah, for sure. The top 5. So number 5, fifth place was the Manville In-Laws and Outlaws, which I think we've gone against them a couple times.
Quite a few.
Fourth place was Red Dirt Road Cookers, and they tend to kick ass
They
out
kick
there
ass.
every
Yeah.
year. Third place, Air Products,
Yep.
which I saw them get a lot of walks, but I don't know that I'd seen them before. I think that's obviously they're named after one of their sponsors or something, but
Yeah.
Right.
they were third overall. Reserve Grand Champion was Intense Cookers.
Okay.
Nice play on words, not intense, intense.
Intense?
Yes,
Like tent?
yeah,
Yeah.
we had to set up a tent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Intense Cookers.
All right.
I like it. And then the grand champion was Come and Taste It.
Come and
Cookers.
taste it.
So
That was actually like right across from us. Or,
Oh, yeah. And I love that name, by the way. We ended up 7th overall, and 6th place, I'll go ahead and say, they were Caribbean Cookers, and they always have an awesome setup out there as well.
Yep.
What the hell, we're at it. I'm going to go ahead and say the top 10. 8th place was In Flames, 9th place was Slaughterhouse, and 10th place was Los Campos, which we cooked against them not that long ago as well.
Los Campos. Yeah.
They were the ones that chicks that
Slaughterhouse.
cook.
I wonder if Slaughterhouse
Yeah.
is related to the barbecue restaurant that's right outside of LaGrange.
The Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah, the
That's what I'm
Steam.
saying. The
Chainsaw.
podcast
Yeah,
we
it was
talked
like,
about.
Yeah.
We Slaughter Barbecue.
I don't
or
think so.
Whatever it is. I mean, it could be. Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
But-
Anyhow, congratulations to all those teams.
Congratulations to
Everybody
those
kicked
guys,
ass out there, especially us, but everybody else too, but especially us.
I think it was a really,
Especially
I
us,
think it was
yeah.
a really great group win. To be honest
Yeah,
with you.
exactly, yeah.
So I mean, like,
And then no rain.
oh my god,
Yes.
Zero drops.
last year
man.
was
It
like
was
a
solid.
mud fest.
Yeah. Last year was rough. Last year will always have a special spot in my heart, but last year was
I almost quit
Miserable.
after last year. Last year was like the worst experience I've ever had in barbecue
Yeah.
cooking. I was like,
Shoveling water out with a chair was horrible.
sitting up all night with ants in your boots, fire ants, was awful.
yeah,
And I was so nervous. Like I was checking the fire boxes
better
every
than-
10 minutes, every 15 minutes, because I was
yeah. But what happened last year?
second place brisket.
Second place. That's what we do.
Fire ants is better than Mexican ants. I don't know. So
How many teams last year? More than this year.
I think
All-
so. I don't know
all
what
of
the teams
them.
were last year, but there's definitely more than this year.
Like
I wanna say
140,
150,
150,
something
yeah.
like that, yeah.
Well, let's get into a couple of the little barbecue fails, wins, barbecue war stories, barbecue weird stories, whatever it is. I got one here, guys, if you want to hear it.
Sure.
I got this from a website, OD.com, and that's ODDEE.com. And it's Unbelievable Barbecue Stories. And this one right here is straight out. Look, hey, I didn't write it. I don't know if it's true. Check your facts somewhere else.
It's on the internet. It
It's
must
on
be
the
true.
internet. It
That
must
means
be
it's true. For sure.
This one right here, the headlines. The PETA president who willed her body to be barbecued.
Willed her body.
Willed her body to be barbecued. Do you know what PETA stands for?
People.
Pets. It's a pet thing.
I don't know, so I'm asking
Yeah,
you guys.
it's pets and
Something protection, something animals.
pets
Pet
even
PETA.
think
What does PETA
alike.
stand for?
I don't know.
Uh,
Pets even think alike.
People against people
Treatment
eating
of animals. Tasty animals?
tasty animals.
Yes.
People
There it
eating
is.
tasty animals.
That's what it stands for.
I
Correct.
thought it was pets even think alike. I don't know.
No, you're wrong.
Okay, so this president of PETA, I don't know if she's still around. I mean, I hope she is. I mean, her name is Ingrid Newkirk, and she's so passionate about animal rights that she wanted to make a statement even in death. She has fashioned a will with some pretty bizarre stipulations which reflects her passion for animal rights. I mean, I get it. You love the animals and you want them to be
Hey.
around and still great.
We all love animals.
We love animals.
I love cows. I think they are delicious.
You
I
love
pigs.
brisket.
I love bacon.
I love bacon too.
I love lamb. Get this. Okay, so she wanted her skin to be removed and made into leather products.
That's so weird.
I would probably wear that.
What?
No, I'm not.
But
Buffalo
just
Bill.
to say,
Hey,
this is a PETA
hey,
president.
Buffalo Bill. No, I'm not.
Yeah, I was gonna say what
No,
shade
thank
of
you.
what shade of color is it?
I don't know. What she look like?
She's white, bro.
So it wouldn't work on me.
Okay, so she, backtrace here. She wanted her skin to be removed. I don't even know what that process entails, but I mean, it's got to be pretty extensive.
I mean, you have to be dead. I
Right.
would think.
She wanted her skin to be removed and made into leather products.
Nobody wants
Right, yeah.
old ladies' shoes.
Yeah, and that's super labor intensive.
That's-
Every
yeah,
time
it's
I've
just-
removed the lady's
The
skin,
head of PETA. And I get it.
I'm sorry. Are those? Is that PETA shoes you're wearing? Because that skin is just that leather's so antique looking.
It looks just like you. It looks just like you.
Yeah.
You so PETA. You so
I
PETA.
see a dimple.
Yeah, that was Ingrid Newkirk. Okay, so
Ingrid.
Keep going.
she wanted her feet to be made into umbrella stands.
how does that work?
What does that mean?
I don't even know what that means.
I mean, I think you have to go all the way up to the ankle or maybe the shin to make the umbrella really stand up in there. Because if it's just the feet, they're not
I
standing
feel like
up.
there's a disconnect.
It's just
between-
going to teeter-totter over. It's
Right,
just going to
yeah.
fall over.
Yeah, you really got to go to the knees probably.
I think there's a disconnect about what she thinks her feet are good for and what, like, I'm not where this. I'm not sure. where
She's
this is
just
going.
used to having her feet in her mouth.
Yeah, that just sounds dumb.
Insert
Sounds
foot
so
in
dumb.
mouth. Yeah.
Okay, so she also wanted the meat of her body to be used as human barbecue to remind the world that the meat of a corpse is all flesh.
I'm sorry. Who's this woman?
This is the
Ingrid.
the president of PETA.
Hey, you know what? It's
Ingrid.
fine. We're gonna eat you. We're gonna put you in a little barbecue sauce. We're gonna roast you for about 18 hours. It's
How
fine,
fatty
Ingrid.
is she? I want to know. Is
Ingrid,
this, are we
But
making
once
steaks here, or
once we eat you
Are we
and we
having-
love it, then guess what?
is it
Joke's
steaks or
on
is
you.
it pulled Ingrid?
Because you just got ate.
Cold Ingrid.
I'll have the pulled Ingrid sandwich, please.
What kind of barbecue sauce are
put
we
bacon on
pairing
that?
with that?
I'm thinking she needs something spicy.
I'm gonna
Very
say
spicy.
something very neutral and bland because it sounds like just a neutral and bland person. Just
Can I get pickles
Yeah.
on my Ingrid?
right. Excuse me.
Hey.
Can I get 2 of those?
Hold the Ingrid, double pickles, double cheese, double meat.
I'd rather have coleslaw than Ingrid.
Does she have good-looking feet? Does it show a picture of that?
Is this where you get?
What websites are you going to?
This is how you get catfished, Alvin.
Just send me pictures of your feet.
Let me see your feet.
Was that a yes or no?
I'm sure she had great feet, Alden.
Okay.
Does not. Here's a picture of her with who is that? Bill
Nye. Bill Mayer. Bill Meyer. Bill Mayer.
Bill Maher.
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Bill Maher.
doing the PETA stuff.
So she's the one that wants her toes licked.
She looks a little chubby in the face.
Yowza.
I want that meat. I want that barbacoa. Give me that barbacoa.
Oh man, so much editing.
We're not gonna be able to use any of this stuff.
Sorry, guys.
Well, we can. Do y'all want to read at Artist Barbecue?
Artist Barbecue.
Artist
This is
Barbecue.
our buddy off Instagram. I think he's on
Off
Instagram.
Instagram, barbecue.
Instagram. This is at Artist Barbecue. So he does say, he said, I can do one maybe, be a little different. It's not a cooking one. So here we go. In May this year, we traveled from England to Houston for a 4-week barbecue tour, taking 7 states and driving 3,500 miles.
Yeah, he's from England.
The trip included hitting Red Dirt Festival in Tyler, Texas, as well as the Memphis in May, which everybody knows is solid. So months and months of planning had gone into all the barbecue spots we wanted, you know, to hit in all the cities, including Franklin Barbecue in Austin, the Shed Barbecue in Ocean Springs, and Rodney Scott's in Birmingham, Alabama. There were spreadsheets with mileage and drive times and web links for all these joints we planned out. So imagine the disappointment when we hauled into Dallas to only find out the number one spot folks had been telling us about was only open one day a week.
Does he say what the spot was?
Yeah. No. That's what he said. But no. He
Let me
did not
rephrase
say
that.
it. That's a serious planning fail right there.
So he doesn't say what the restaurant was that he
He
missed.
does not say that. But he did say, so sadly, Cadillac Barbecue didn't make our visit,
So that's the name of the place.
didn't make our visit on the trip, but we will be back.
Yeah, next time, hit us up.
Cadillac barbecue. Yeah. Yeah. Next time, let us know, cause
Yeah, we like.
Come to Houston.
yeah, come to Houston.
We will feed you.
Yeah, there's several
day
joints
long.
around here that you guys can take part of.
Can you imagine though coming halfway across the world and the place is closed? That feels like
Wally World.
yes, exactly what I was going to say.
Vegas
Like,
vacation. Christmas. No.
Vacation.
Lampoon's vacation.
yes,
yeah.
you get there and like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sir, we're closed for the season. Blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah.
Family vacation.
Next thing you know, you're punching mooses
You're
in
not
the nose.
closed. You're gonna get back there and you're gonna
Johnny
light that
Candy's
fire.
getting shot in the ass
You're
with a
gonna
pellet
put that
gun.
brisket on there, and I'm gonna eat it 12 hours later.
I'll wait here.
I'll wait here. Thank you.
Dude, not only that, I mean they
that's
mapped
rough.
it all out. I'm talking they're not coming from West Texas.
No, we get that.
You know, I mean
Europe, brother. We get it.
spreadsheets, mileage, all that shit's planned out.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Not bad. You went to all those places and only one was closed. Hey,
Yeah.
you're doing a good job. No, we're good.
I've got another little barbecue fail here for us.
All right, let's hear it.
And this one does have more to do with cooking. This is Cheeky Barbecue. He's up in Portland, Noah, and we've been buddies with him online for a while. He says that basically it had to do with his very first brisket cook, and he thought he had this planned out. He went to his local farmer's market. Jump in here when you figure out what went wrong. He goes to his local farmer market, buys the grass-fed beef brisket, thinks, hey, it's grass-fed, it's local, I'm proud of myself, I did the right thing, I bought local, which most of the time you're like, yeah,
Without a doubt.
that's awesome.
Always buy local.
Supporting the community. That's great.
But when
Yep.
you think grass-fed beef, do you think brisket? So anyways, he takes it home, he cooks it, and he says it's like chewing on shoe leather.
I'm thinking lean.
That was the problem. He said he had friends over, he was excited, and if you've seen this guy online, he can cook. The dude can
Yeah.
cook.
No,
He can kill it. But his
Yeah.
first brisket, and I don't know how long ago this was, He said it was leather, and it was just because it was so lean.
Grass-fed, lean.
Yeah, you need the fatty
This
stuff.
is not Black Angus.
Right.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was his fail, and obviously since then, because I've seen some of his stuff, is phenomenal.
Looks great.
That just goes to show you, because you can follow the recipes to a T, but if you're not picking the right cut of meat, you're not going to be successful.
That's right.
Correct. Yeah, every cooking method really determines, or really hinges on, and it is determined by the ingredients and the quality that you deal with.
Exactly.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Would agree. I almost didn't drink today. I say almost. I obviously am having a beer right now.
The thought crossed your mind.
But
It almost didn't rain today neither. So.
right. So but seriously, it's been a really hard week for
a lot
last
of
week
us.
was a very hard week for everyone. And I'll start off by saying that we had one of our team members, friend, guy that we just, went to concerts with, hung out with. It's been on our team. Just heck, went to the same school. Passed away about a week and a half ago, I guess, or so. And man, it really hit us like a ton of bricks, to be honest with you. And I want to say right now, my heart goes out to their family. He was a police officer, and it was
Awful.
Like I said, awful. I cannot imagine what that feels like, as a human being. I know what it feels like as a friend and whatever else, but I love Holly. I love Bryan, and yeah. So Bryan left us.
Brendan and Grace, man, they good kids too.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. And then you parlay that into we're going into basically just hearing all of this news, and then we go right into a funeral, and then you go basically right into
a cook-off.
Yeah, right back into a cook-off, which is something we all talked about. Like we almost skipped a cook-off, right? We're not doing this. We've got a pretty big team, probably 13 to 14 guys on the team. It's not including the wives that are on the team as well. That are probably makes up probably 25, 26 of us at this point. So one of those things we talked about, and and it was one of those things that Holly was like, hey, let's have the cook-off, guys. This is y'all's thing. This is what Bryan loved to do.
Right.
And so we did, right? I really feel like Bryan was with us this week. I really feel like Bryan was at that cook-off with us. I basically handed those tickets. Any ticket I got, I handed over to Holly for Holly to hold. I feel like Bryan was with us. We got our calls this weekend, which is pretty awesome. We got first place chicken, seventh place brisket out of 130 teams, and seventh place overall. We were going to talk about this, and it kind of held off a little bit. And I want everyone to know how much that family means to me, how much Bryan means to me, how much Holly means to me, and
Really, to all of us.
there's no replacement. So
Yeah.
No.
yeah.
It's just everybody knows. We, I say we, but his shirt just being there with us. It was framed. It was awesome.
sure.
It was emotional for everybody.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
Me being the person that has the, I guess you would say, that does not speak a whole lot, very short with words. Especially that particular day where we had Bryan's funeral. You think about the stuff that's going through your mind. You think about how the family's doing. You think about, and you walk up and to do the viewing, and you see your buddy there. And then you see his soulmate, lack of a better word. His wife just sitting there.
His friend, his best friend.
The best friend just sitting there like, saying hello to people. And then you walk up to him, and in me, and personally, I'm just like, I'm petrified. I'm like, what do you say to somebody that has just lost their best friend? I don't even know. And then I reach in to give her a hug, and she leans over and she says, James, I'm mad at you. And I'm like,
What?
That's not good.
God, what?
How
What did I do?
bad? How bad did
I'm
you f up?
reliving my nightmare over in my head. She hates me. And she's like, I keep saying for sure over and over again.
For sure.
She's talking about the podcast.
For sure. So, that very moment, she's doing everything that she could do in her, power to make me feel better because of the whole situation or whatever. And I'm like, God bless.
Right, yeah.
I love
I
you.
could not agree more.
She's You could tell she's super strong.
I think, like I said before, it was a very tough week. To be honest with you, it was very hard to even do a podcast afterward. So, like I said, it's been very difficult for us to even talk about it. But I kind of want to say something tonight about it. Just kind of get it out there, get it on the table, because I do want to bring it up. I know it's something we all dealt with. And then on top of that, I wanted to bring up the actual cook-off we went through. I mean, that was grueling. It's a lot of cooking. It's not just one night. It's 2 nights of cooking that you're doing. Plus, we're serving. I think one night we probably had 250 people.
There was a lot of people
in
man.
our booth.
Yeah.
On a Saturday night, which is very tough to even deal with. So, I mean, as a team wise, I think we all came together, and I think it was really special to have Holly there with us. And I cannot tell you how much luck or just her being around just really energized everybody at the cook-off.
Let me just share one little story that I had with Bryan. One of many. I mean, again, so I mean, the dude was the life of the party. I mean, he was just everywhere. He was friends with everybody. It resonated throughout the whole service that we were at. But I mean, just everybody just kept coming. She's like, oh man, I mean, this dude was loved, and he affected a lot of people in a positive way.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's just amazing. And just one little story, I was like, and of course, I know Bryan throughout this cook-off. I mean, and my wife has known him throughout, she went to high school with him and all that stuff like that. But one little story that I had was we were doing a competition, and I think it was a VFW type deal where we turned in our meats. We were doing pretty good. We thought everything was great. Me being the kind of not the Debbie Downer, but the naysayer, just like, I'm not going to believe it until my number is called. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
I have my tickets in hand, and they're calling out whether it was brisket or ribs. I don't remember which one it was, and we knew it was good. And we're getting down to almost, I think there's probably maybe out 40 so teams there, and we're getting down to the 4th and the 3rd, and I'm just like, it's just not going to happen, guys. I mean, they're not going to get it. And then here comes Bryan. He's standing right next to me, just puts his arms around me, just like grabs a hold of me, kind of.
Bryan's a big dude.
He's a big dude.
Yeah,
He's
probably what, 6? What do you think? 6'4"?
Probably, yeah. He made me feel kind of little.
Yeah, 6'4", 6'5". I mean,
just kind of bear hugs me, just like, you got this. You got this. I'm like, no, I don't think so. And I got the ticket in my hand, and we're sitting there all looking at this one single, just red ticket, just hoping for those last 4 digits to get called. And by this time, we've gotten down to, I think, 1st place. And by the time we got down to 1st place, he's like, you got it. You got it. And just arm around me. He's like, whatever. I was like, I don't think so. And he's like, you got it. And I'm pretty sure this is filmed, and this is on one of our Chasing More Smoke Facebook page or one of our, one of our. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, I'm always like kind of doubting. But this guy was like always positive, always like, you got this, you go get it. And we sat there as it rang off our numbers. I mean, just huge. Everybody just jumped up from joy. I mean, we got 1st place or whatever, and he was like, Jameis, go get that trophy.
nice.
And I'm like, dang, and I'm kind of getting kind of like a little teary-eyed or whatever, because I mean, he always called me Jameis.
Yeah,
he had nicknames, man.
Yeah, he always threw them nicknames
people
out.
And we're gonna miss him terribly.
We're gonna miss him. And I think the best thing we can do is just
live like Bryan.
Like Bryan,
and keep talking about
just
him.
Keep
you
going.
know why? Keep talking about him.
We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep this podcast going as long as we can.
Yeah,
and we're gonna keep talking dumb shit.
He listened to the podcast.
He's listening to the podcast right now.
He gave us some of the best feedback.
He was a mega fan.
He was genuinely. He loved it, and I mean, that dude's irreplaceable, man. On the as a person, as a teammate, everything, and we're gonna miss him dearly.
Definitely. All right. Well, hey, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
We're gonna say, hey, glasses up.
Glasses up.
We are drinking for Bryan.
We love you.
Bryan.
Cheers, brother.
Love you, bud.
Love you, Bryan. Love you, Holly.
Love you, Bryan. Love you, Holly.
Peace.
Out.
Later.
Just grab them in the brisket.